What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Man J checking back in for another video. I do apologize for the wait, but it was a good cause. I was supposed to leave last Saturday, but unfortunately, with not being able to switch all my stuff over at the DMV and taking my tankers, my exempt form would have been expired. So I would have been on the road, just riding, couldn't drive, couldn't do nothing, and having to come back and take my tanker's endorsement and get my stuff switched over, which I will be doing both on Friday. And reason being is because DMV here in Georgia is backed up, so unless you're gonna drive a little farther out somewhere and find a date to take your test and get your stuff switched over, that's the best thing you can do. But so yeah, I'm still here. I'm scheduled to leave sometime after the 14th, after I get everything taken care of. And then I'll be on the road. So let's get into it. Before I start, man, I like to give my guy Desmond, who was training with me. I like to give him a shout out, man. He had to go reefer. He had to go on the reefer truck because they couldn't find a tanker driver in his area. So he had to do 40,000 miles on the reefer and then 10,000 on the tanker. But I talked to him and he said he's beginning to love it. So I don't know if bro might change his mind and go reefer, but he said he's loving it. I also like to give another shout out to Daniel, man. I'm gonna keep shouting you out every time I make a video, period. Cause you help me in so many ways, bro. And you guys will probably get to one of the things that he helped me with in this video. But shout out to Daniel, man. Check him out. Twisted Big D on YouTube. Twisted Big D. Tell him I sent you. But anyway, so let's get into it, man. Experience. Campus experience. Campus life. Campus, I've never been to college, okay? So going up there, traveling like that, having my own room was my college, okay? 26 years old, straight out of high school to working in the warehouse, okay? So this was my college, okay? This was my college era, okay? But campus was amazing. Everyone is friendly. Housekeeping is friendly. Front office, friendly. Everyone was there to help, okay? So you ever need anything, you can call front office, housekeeping, or you can ask around. Everybody on campus is friendly. Everyone is there with the same goal, and it's to get their CDL. So there's always something to talk about when you get there with somebody. And it's a good thing because you'll learn a lot from other individuals. Like, you may have somebody that's struggling on pre-trip, but you got your pre-trip down pat. So you guys can get together. I know with the pandemic going on, but it's an area where you can sit outside apart from each other in practice or wear your mask. But one person may be struggling on pre-trip, but you know your pre-trip. You know what I mean? Like for Desmond and I, pre-trip was came easy for me. All right, backing came easy for Desmond. All right, so Desmond we would get together and we'll talk about backing, and we'll also talk about pre-trip. So we'll put two and two together, and we'll just train on our own after we leave the pad. So, and that helped, Of course, that Desmond, he did his thing on his test, and I did my thing on my test. But anyway, back to experience. So, experience on the pad. The pad is experience phenomenal. Like, it's wonderful, and I say that because you not only have a great trainer, right, but you get to talk to other great trainers. Like, I talked with Justin, Tim, dang, it's either Mark or Matt, one of the two. I think it's Mark, but and just to hear those trainers like talk money amongst each other, you learn so much as far as back end, pre-trip, learning the trucking industry. Like the conversation would just go everywhere, and that was great because Desmond and I, we would just sit there, and we would listen, we would interact, and like we learned so much from just talking to other trainers and talking to other trainees that was there. But the experience was wonderful. All right. If you go to train and it's still warm out, please wear a hat and some water because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. But other than that, the experience was wonderful. Everyone is there to help each other. Like for me, I train on a reefer truck, right? Reefer tractor, trailer. Sorry, mumble, trailer. Dang, here we go. But Justin, we was talking, we were talking a whole bunch of junk to Justin. So Justin was like, "How about you come over here and you parallel park a flatbed, and we went over there and we parallel parked a flatbed, and that those type of things, like it helps you because it helped me understand the difference, okay? Because Daniel trained us when we're backing to keep our eye on like that last reflector on the side of the trailer, that reflector on the side of the trailer, right? But with a flatbed, you have to look directly at the end of the trailer. You feel me? So like it was another learning experience for me as well, and I'm glad I had that experience. I'm glad Justin gave me that chance to prove that I could parallel park his flatbed. But that just shows you how life on the pad get, because you learn so much, not just from your trainer, but from other trainers, from watching others back and stuff like that. You learn so much. The experience is wonderful. But I will say, don't listen to Tim. If you've seen his YouTube video about the key over the road is to wear dirty draws. I don't know about all that, Tim. We may need to go get you checked out, brother. But I still love you though. But food. Oh man, food. My first 2 days of orientation, I never went to the Millennium. I think the only time I went to the pad was to meet Daniel. The first day I met Daniel, but I never went to the Millennium to eat. But campus food is great at the Cap. It's good. I'm not a breakfast person, so I only have lunch and dinner. And then after I started going to the pad, after I was done training, I go to the Millennium and get some food. The food there is awesome as well. And you can just take the shuttle back. So all of you that's worried about, I want no cafeteria food. The food is actually wonderful. But there's places like Culver's, you got Pizza Hut, Uber Eats. You have all of that stuff as well. So you won't be worried about what you're going to eat and how you're going to eat, because they take care of that. All right. So the experience overall, everything, I give it a big 10. Like the campus life was great. Like the whole experience with training was great. All right. So the conversation that people have been asking me about with my test, my first test, because I had to take it twice. My first test, I failed on pre-trip, but it was the applied pressure test. I actually got kind of nervous when it came to that, and I started doing everything all wrong. And it was only because I had two individuals in the truck with me, the examiner that was testing me, and the DOT examiner or inspector that was inspector that was testing the examiner, and it just brought a whole bunch of nerves on, and I got sidetracked, and just the pressure just built up. But yeah, so I think my first test I had to do the lights, of course, the coupling area in the trailer in my pre trip, and then I had to go do the end cap, and that's when I messed up on my applied pressure test. But and I came back a couple days later and I took my test again, and of course I passed. Pre-trip, blew it out the water. Like on that pre-trip test, and this is why it's good to learn the pre-trip, because you don't know what you're gonna have on your test. But on my second test, I had engine compartment, and I think I had the coupling area again, and then I had the end cap, of course, and then I was on the road. The road. Oh, well, then the backing. Sorry, I was doing the backing, and man, and Daniel seen the frustration on my face. I ran through everything. I ran through my straight back end, my offset to the driver and passenger side, my parallel. I think I got 2 points on my parallel because I hit the line, that frustrated me from the jump, because it's like I've been knocking out these parallel all week, and then I get a point, 2 points for hitting the line. If I'm wrong, 1 point, but I think it's 2 for the line. But anyway, I got it in there. I had to do one side on the parallel, and it was the driver's side, which is the easiest. And then I had the alley dot. Man, I had the alley dot. Yeah, I had the alley dot. No. Yeah. No, I got 2 points. I'm sorry, I got 2 points. This is why I keep it real and raw. I got 2 points on my passenger offset. I didn't do the parallel. I did the alley dot. And on the alley dot, I got two more points for a pull-up, 2 pull-ups. 1 pull-up I didn't need. But all in all, my backing was great. Then my road test was smooth. Actually, it was real smooth. I don't think I had any points on my road test at all. Man, I ain't even asked, because I didn't even think I had any points. Dang. But yeah, my road test was phenomenal. But and then, after your test, you go in and you fill out your paperwork and get your information for your TWIC card, which I have to go pick up at some point, I guess, whenever I get on the road with my TMT trainer. But yeah, so it took me 2 tries, man. And shouts out to Desmond. He got it on the first try. He knocked it out. I think he did it he did the whole test in all like an hour and 3 minutes or something like that. And I think I did mine he did his test an hour and 3 minutes and some seconds. And I did my test, I want to say, an hour and 3 minutes and a few extra seconds after his. So we ran through the test. So yeah. But trainers, let's talk about trainers. Trainees, future prime trainees, get to know your trainer. Like when I say get to know your trainer, like, what don't I know about Daniel? Like, getting to know the person that's training you, getting to know the person who truck you're in doing PSD training. Get to know them. I promise you will never be uncomfortable after the first meeting. Like, after the first meetup, like, you will never be uncomfortable. I got to know Daniel, and Daniel got to know me. So get to know your trainers. Like really get to know them. Ask them questions. Don't ask them personal questions, but get to know the kind of person that they are, like what they like and stuff like that. Like with Daniel, on test day, he gonna wear that red hockey jersey. That's just a good look to him. I hope he watches it. But hey, that's up to you, Daniel. That's your thing, brother. But yeah, get to know him. Like, get to know your trainer. he or she, could turn out to be, cool. Just get to know the personality, get to know who they are. Things to know before coming to prime: have all your paperwork taken care of. Like when your recruiter have you doing different stuff, when you get done with it, email your recruiter and call your recruiter. I did both, email and I called. So that way when I got there, I knew, excuse me, I knew everything was taken care of. But I ended up having to turn around because I had to get my interstate stuff changed. But what my recruiter didn't tell me was I could have just crossed the Georgia line and went to a DMV and had it taken care of. So the whole time I thought I had to come all the way back home to the DMV here and get it taken care of. So look, make sure everything is taken care of. All right. What else? Oh, when you come to prime, you don't have to pack a whole lot of clothes because you can actually wash if you want to wash. But I think I packed like a week and a half worth of clothes. I only washed once. So, and then the second time that my clothes were washed, my fiance actually came up. My fiance at the time, my wife now, got married last Tuesday. Wow. Thank you. But yeah, she washed before we left because she actually stayed a week. The last week that I was there, she stayed at the Hamptons Inn. So yeah, I think I only watched once, but make sure you have a lot of masks. Like when you come, make sure you have a lot of masks. You can buy masks there. You can hopefully get some at the Walmart, but on campus they usually have masks that they hand out everyone. But make sure you have a lot of masks. Um,